your leader in sports coverage in Madison County. It's Sports Night from the Richmond Register Sports Department.
Find out the latest Madison County sports information from Richmond Register Sports Editor Nathan Hutchison, coming up next. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by
Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote.
Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media. Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements.
Well, welcome into Madison County Sports Night Live for Tuesday, November the 15th on this chilly November afternoon. Just what a horrible, nasty day, Randy. You been outside at all today?
I'm trying to avoid it.
Just nasty out there. But that's all right. That's all right. I guess that's what you expect for this time of year, so it's okay. Cold November rain.
No, I hate it.
Well, once again, not a lot of sports live sports action around the county tonight to tell you about. So we're going to take a chance to actually for most of this whole week here, we're going to really kind of look ahead to the big region championship football game on Friday night, Madison Central at Ballard. And earlier today, I was over at Madison Central. Got a chance to talk to Coach Mike Holcomb. We'll show you that interview later in the week. But we do want to flash back a little bit, on Sunday's edition of the Richmond Register Sports Show, we had Brady Hensley on, the star running back from Madison Central, and of course he had 323 yards, a school record, and 5 touchdowns, also a school record in that exciting win over Dunbar last week up in Lexington. And we talked to him for quite a while, and so we're going to pull part of that interview and show that to you, and then we'll be back to talk about a few other things, and then like I said, pretty much every day this week, we're just going to kind of give you little teasers and stuff and leading up to it. And I've already started doing my prep work, going through stats and all kinds of good stuff. So, but we'll start off with Brady here. And of course, I think I say this in the video, but I'll just reinforce it just because it's worthy of reinforcing. But interviewed Brady a lot in the last 2 years because he's had tremendous 2 seasons here at Madison Central. The kid always, I go up and interview him, and the first thing he says is, give credit to the offensive line, and he always does that. Very magnanimous, always there to share the credit. So he's going to talk a little bit about his offensive line in this little clip here. We are joined by the only player in Madison Central football history to have 300 or more rushing yards in a game, and he's done it twice. That's Brady Hensley. Congratulations, Brady. 323 yards Friday night in the big win over Dunbar. And you guys are heading on to the region final for the 3rd time in 5 years.
Yes, sir. I'm excited. Very excited.
Yeah, and every time I talk to you, you always are so gracious when we talk, we do the interview. The first thing you always do is praise your offensive line, so go ahead, man. I mean,
yeah, they do a great job with all the blocking schemes they do. It gets kind of complicated. I'm not going to lie. When I hear Coach talking to them, I get confused, but they got to do a lot of double teams and stuff, but they do really good with it. We got Big Mal up there, and Rylan, and Hayari, and Aiden, and Irma. It's our left guard. They do a great job. They're really physical and they're really smart.
And because you always tell me, I couldn't get 1 yard if it wasn't for those guys.
Yep,
so.
That's right. That's right.
So he's always very, very gracious toward the offensive line. You got to take care of those guys.
Yeah, I love those guys. They protect me.
If they don't take care of you, then you're in trouble back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the game on Friday night. I guess I want to say a revenge game, maybe a little chip on your shoulder because the game over here in Richmond earlier was the game you hurt your ankle.
Yeah.
A guy got you guys early in the game, right? Someone got you
first play.
Yeah,
first play on offense. Yep, he got my ankle.
Yeah, you were able to battle through it, and still you came up with the game with a late touchdown and then the 2-point conversion. But it kept you out for a few weeks after that.
It did. Yeah, he got my ankle good, but I was excited to get back out there and play. And after a while, I didn't even think about it. I was just out there playing football.
Yeah, but it was bad enough to keep you out of the lineup for a while. Because kind of what was the rehab on that? And,
it was just high ankle sprain. I had to do a lot of resting, and then when I started being able to get back out and run and play, I had to get my conditioning back. Mm-hmm. So that was a big part of it when we played Oldham and GRC, just trying to get my conditioning back and then getting back in the flow of things too.
Yeah, I think we saw definitely by the Henry Clay game 2 weeks ago, you looked like you were your old self again.
Yep. Yes, sir. I felt better. We were getting a lot of big holes up front, and we got back after it.
Yeah, I think my favorite memory from that game for you though is the touchdown catch. Have you ever been more open in your life on that play? You came across the middle and there wasn't like anybody within 20 yards of you.
I know. Well, I lined up at tackle. Yeah. We moved one of our linemen all the way over, split him out, and then moved Mal down, and I hid behind Mal at tackle, and they didn't see me. And I heard one of the coaches yelling, "Find the tight end!" And they couldn't find me. I just snuck out there.
Yeah, you were just right in the middle of the field. You were just standing there wide open.
It was. Yep, I was.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Mal. We were just talking off camera. After one of your 5 touchdowns on Friday night, he lifted you up. And I think if that young man lifted me up, I would be scared to death because you're way up there.
Oh, yeah.
Malachi Wood lifts you up, you're way up there.
Yeah, I was telling him to put me down. I was grabbing his shoulder pads. I was like, put me down, put me down. I was scared.
Let's go back and talk a little bit more about your offensive line because those guys have had some injuries. Some guys have had to move around, some different guys in there. So they've done a great job getting, Ryland's been in and out of the lineup. You've had to move some other guys around. Yes, so let's talk a bit more about those guys and kind of what the season's been like for them.
They've had to do a lot. They play a lot of offensive line, and they got to try and play a lot of defensive line. So they got to know a whole lot, and their conditioning has shocked me a lot. They've been able to do it all year both ways. And that's hard playing offensive defensive line where you're chasing the ball on the D-line, trying to block those guys on the offensive line. But they've done great. I know we've been banged up a lot out there. I know Ryland hurt his shoulder and some stuff like that, but they're tough. So they should all be back hopefully next week. But we're worried about one guy I'm worried about is Max with his concussion. So I hope we get him back, and then we'll have all 5 of our starting guys from the beginning of the year back.
And now back to Nathan Hutchison at the sports desk.
At the sports desk. There he was. I knew you were going to do that. And she didn't put a crown on my head, so there you go. That's all right. Well, it was fun having Brady over on Sunday. The kid gets a lot of media attention, gets a lot of the headlines, and that's kind of how football is with the glamour positions, running back position, quarterback position, all those. But he's always quick to share the credit, and he's always quick to point out his offensive lineman, and everybody blocks for him and everything too. So it's a team sport, and he couldn't run for 323 yards if he didn't have great blockers in front of him. And that offensive line, like we talked about in there, it's been banged up. They've had to move some people around. They had a kid in there the other night playing, I think it was guard, who had never played guard before, and so doing a good job and keeping it going. And so he gets a lot of the credit, but he couldn't do what he does without everybody else. And so it's always good to see a kid like that give credit to other people as well. So very much so. But he is having the 2 playoff games. He has just been tearing it up. And they're going to need him on Friday night because you can only imagine Ballard has one of the best defenses in the state. And it's probably going to be a low-scoring battle in a cold environment. And so it'll definitely be a challenge. So a couple other things to note real quick before we get off here. We had some, let me pull up my notes there. The 11th Region Capos Middle School cheerleading competition was yesterday over, I think it was here in Richmond, but in the game day division, it was Clark Morris taking first place, and Foley was the runner-up, and they'll compete in their state tournament next month. And then, of course, tomorrow night, down at Berea College, you'll have college basketball action with the Berea College men taking on Campbellsville University Harrodsburg. Berea sitting at 2-1 after their loss on Sunday at home to William Peace. And then EKU men and women don't play again until Friday. And also, I guess, of interest, I spent some time this morning looking at some stuff online trying to figure out this ASUN WAC Challenge thing and who gets the automatic qualifier for the FCS football playoffs. And, man, it's confusing. It is really, really confusing. And I wish I could sit here and tell you what's going to happen. But basically, long and short of it is EKU has to beat Kennesaw State on Saturday to have any chance to make the playoffs. And then after that, some other things have to happen, and we'll just have to see what happens from there. So just come on out Saturday, root for the Colonels, hope they beat Kennesaw State, and then we'll see where the chips fall, because they, at this point, it all comes down to this power ranking system that they have, because ASUN and the WAC, these two conferences, the teams don't play each other. And so kind of what you have is this mishmash of and some teams actually have crossed over and played each other just on a national, just scheduling wise, but it's a real mess right now. Abilene Christian is undefeated in the WAC. They have to play Stephen F. Austin this weekend. The winner of that will be the WAC champion. And over in the ASUN right now, it's Central Arkansas at 3-1 is leading that. EKU is at 2-2, and Austin P is at I think 3-2. So if EKU wins and Central Arkansas loses to Jacksonville State, then you have three teams tied at 3-2, and then it goes to who has the higher power ranking, and just kind of makes your head spin at this point. So
I got my wife working on an Excel spreadsheet.
Jeez Louise, man, it's crazy. So, but basically, the winner of the WAC, the winner of the ASUN, who has the better RPI out of the two of those gets the automatic bid to the playoffs. And at this point, it looks like that will be the only bid that this league will get. I can't imagine that any one of the other teams in this league is going to get an at-large bid to the FCS playoffs. It's possible, I guess, but it's very confusing. If you're a Colonel fan or you're an EKU football player, just win. Go out and win Saturday and let the chips fall where they may. Because if Central Arkansas beats Jacksonville State, then it's over. Because Central Arkansas will win the ASUN outright, and then you won't have to worry about a power ranking or any of that stuff. So
yeah, just go out, just go win, just win.
You just got to win. So there you go.
Don't worry about it. Just win.
Very confusing. But the number one thing on that whole big list is EKU needs to win Saturday, and if they don't, they certainly have zero chance of making the playoffs. So it definitely comes down to a matchup with a Kennesaw State team that was, I think, preseason top 10, but has not had a very good year and not lived up to those standards as well. But of course, just get that win. That's all that matters. So moving on. But EKU basketball, men's basketball returns to action Friday down in Atlanta against Georgia State. And of course, Friday morning, EKU women's basketball playing over in Dublin, Ireland. So that's kind of what we have scheduled for the rest of the week. But like I said,
I wonder if they all will kiss the Blarney Stone.
Yeah, why not? If you're there,
you're
might as well
there.
do it.
Yeah,
our buddy Russ.
Everybody kisses it, though. I don't think I'd want to kiss it.
Maybe you rub some hand sanitizer or something. You wipe it off with the moist towelette or something first.
Thursday night, 6:30.
Madison County Library. Yep.
The day Richmond stood still.
Yep. The documentary of the 50th anniversary of the plane crash. It's free and open to the public. Madison County Library. I will be there. Randy will be as well. A lot of people from the Richmond Register here as well, and of course, Philip Seifert, who's been a big part of it. You and a bunch of people, and so it's gonna be. I've actually had people called me yesterday wanting to know when and where they can get it and how they can watch it. Because I was an older woman who was from, I think, Midway or something. She called me up and was already asking how she could see it, and so
cool.
But once you guys premiere it, it'll I'm sure it'll be available in some digital format. So put it out there.
It'll be out there. I got the final draft done tonight. We'll review and tweak it, fine tune it, and want to thank Wendy Barnett for hosting, doing the voiceover stuff. So it should be really cool. It should be a really informational program.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like I said, I've lived here for about 20 years now, and I can honestly say from almost the minute I took this position at this paper, I've heard about it, and that was even before happened before I was born. But I've heard about it ever since, and so it still means an awful lot to people around here. So definitely, Thursday night, 6:30 at the library. Come on out; it's free and no charge. Come on in. Randy will have plenty of popcorn. No, we're not going to have popcorn. It's not really a popcorn.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I'm joking. We don't. No,
I think they're going to take questions. I think afterwards. I think Philip and Wendy and the Historical Society will also be there. So
okay, awesome, definitely. So. All right. Well, like I said, the rest of the week we're going to really focus on the Madison Central Ballard matchup this week. So we're going to give you some more interviews and stuff later on in the week and break it down with some more stats and give you some more info and everything like that. And if you can't be there, we definitely will be there. I'd probably try to do some kind of a pregame tailgate show from up there if we can get enough of a cell signal to do that. Because I won't be wearing those shoes. It's going to be way too cold to wear those those shoes. I got to have my boots on. I got my boots on tonight, so we'll have to have some.
There you go. Okay, good. Right. Yeah, you need it.
I had to clean them off. They were dirty from last year's state cross country. I haven't worn them since then. So it's been like 30 months since I wore these boots.
Chile.
Too lazy to take them off and do that. But hey, also we could talk some new stuff real quick if you want. If you haven't heard, I'm working on this story as we speak. But Sunday night, the bypass in front of Alumni Coliseum will be closed, and they are raising the bypass. Or the pedway, raising the bypass. They're
not raising the bypass.
That would be of interest. That would really be of interest. Raising the pedway, they have to raise it, I think, about 2, 3, 4 inches or something to get it up to state code. So I'm working on a story about that right now. You may have seen the signs out there, the big electronic signs saying the road will be closed. But apparently they can do it overnight. And from what I've been told, they get that done, and they can get working and get the pedway should be up and running by the end of the year, hopefully. But of course, maybe not by the end, maybe by sometime in January. But they did have some delay issues with some, getting some materials, and there was also some other issues and stuff, as there always is with something like this. And so it hopefully should be up and going. I know people drive under it every day and go, "What the heck is up with that thing?" And so hopefully should be a resolution.
Cool. We can put
There's a pedway, but no one's in that dorm over there. So there's a
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So maybe they can put the banner up. Watch Sports Night Live every night. So
I'm sure if you paid EKU enough, they would probably do that. But I don't want to.
No, I don't want to pay anybody.
We don't have any money to pay them.
I don't want to pay any. I'm not paying anybody.
We don't have a budget in this show. We gave Kiara O'Shea their ring pops instead of.
They're in our budget.
Yeah. Hey, I bought some golfers, some energy drinks.
Oh, that's true. That's right. It's about all Abundant Hope. That's right.
I brought Walt a cigar one time. Walt Wells,
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. We got more money than we think.
We're rolling in it, that's for sure. So, all right, we're going to get off here, but later, I don't know when. We have to be honest here. We filmed this early because I'm going to a concert tonight. So by the time you watch this, I will be in Corbin watching Judas Priest. So here's some Judas Priest. This is.
I knew it was coming.
We're going to be rocking out down in Corbin. So. Randy always hangs on to see if I'll start singing, so I can embarrass myself by singing on live television here.
That's right.
He won't cut it until I start singing, so I'll just have to start not singing. So I can air drum or air guitar or something. Oh God, look how horrible that looks. We should screenshot that and put that up somewhere on a meme. That'll be your dirty shoe moment right there.
Oh no, now it's on there. Crap.
Can't take it back now. All right, everybody have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Up here in space.
Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by
Total Comfort, heating and air conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote.
Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. Madison County Emergency Management. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media.